The world and society is getting darker and more evil day by day. But to be specific, I want to focus on the darkness that surrounds our precious children. Today we went to the zoo and had so much fun, and when Maverick needed to use the restroom, I got out his potty seat that I always carry in his accessory bag, and he looks down at one point and says, "Mama, what does this say?" Frida. Do you remember what went down with Frida? Has anyone sued Frida? Is Frida out of business? I pray, I hope so. I will never forgive Frida for what they joked about. It is despicable. It is disgusting. It is a crime. They should be in jail. They should be out of business. Last night at about 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard sounds outside my window. I'm always up until 2 or 3 in the morning. That's just a given. I really shouldn't be, but I am. And I was like, I gotta go out into the living room. And I looked out the door and I'm like, okay, I didn't see anything at first. And then I look over to another house in our neighborhood and I'm like, okay, there's a guy out there. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go stand on the porch because I heard like kind of talking, but kind of like maybe doors closing. I don't know. I didn't know what it was. And I'm like, I'm going to help if I can. So I had my phone ready. My heart is beating a million miles a minute, and something just seemed off. Like there was a kid out there who like ran into the house. Like I don't know if there was abuse or anything like that. I'm like, well, maybe they got home from a trip or something. But like the boy had his shirt off and he had his phone and he was like running into the house and I didn't see anything that seemed abusive or anything like that. But because there is so much abuse that is going on everywhere, and it's in everyone's neighborhoods too. It really is. I'm like, it's better to be safe than sorry. So I didn't do anything, but I just stood there and I was just looking, and I finally went back inside the house. But you just never know because it's everywhere. The posts that I see on Facebook all the time about the horrific and the unmerciful and the nightmare abuse that happens to our children, these parents, it is despicable, it is gut-wrenching, it is horrific, it is the worst of the worst. Sometimes I'm just like, I cannot look at my phone before I go to sleep. I cannot, because I'm just going to see these horror stories. And now society has reached a point where they no longer want children at some restaurants. They want to welcome dogs and celebrate dogs and grown-ups only. Hold on a second. You do realize that is what the bars are for. No children are allowed at bars. We already have those spaces. So what is this? Like, are we getting to come to the next level of, which will be, you're just not allowed to have kids anymore? You do realize that is what is so wrong and messed up with our society. It's because so many do not love their children. They hate their children. They cannot bear their children. We already have such an unloving and such a cold-hearted attitude towards children all the way around. We do not need this in restaurants. So I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that all children are loved, especially our son. But all children. Like, there are so many verses in the Bible that talk about what a blessing and what a joy children are. So all these people that are so anti-children, you are hurt. You have been abused. It's coming out in your character in wanting to make these changes. And it is so messed up and it is so hurtful. Please do not perpetuate and continue the unlove. Let's just love our children more.